Jesse Jackson died today. Let's take a look at how you can see cause of death in his birth chart and transits, okay? So we had an eclipse that happened today at 28 degrees Aquarius. You see right here, he had 28-degree vertex in Leo, which means he had his anti-vertex at Aquarius. That's an axis, okay? And that marks fated events that are outside of your control. And that being in Aquarius has to do with your higher brain function. He did die from an advanced type of dementia. And we see Uranus, which also has to do with like the higher functions of the brain, was back here. He was in his Uranus return, okay? You only get that once in your life because it's 84 years. His Uranus had gone back to the natal one, and his natal Uranus there in Saturn were conjunct. Saturn has to do with chronic health issues, okay? So Saturn and Uranus together, they're an Algol. Algol is an evil star that has to do with losing your head. You know, it can be losing your mind or actually being injured in your head. In this case, it was losing your mind there, and that is opposite Venus. Venus rules the neck, okay? And this being in Taurus, and then he had this trine over here to Neptune up in Virgo. There was something hidden in his neck that, okay, because the Venus is in Scorpio, and Scorpio rules the blood. So basically, there was something that was blocking off his blood flow, so he wasn't getting enough blood to his brain, and that's what led to dementia. A lot of our chronic illnesses just have to do with having reduced circulation due to a hidden injury that we don't know about. That's internal, okay? That's very slowly killing us. You can find your autoimmune diseases that way. He was also finishing up his Neptune opposition here. And so that Saturn-Neptune conjunction that we had was opposite his natal Neptune, and he was going into his Pluto opposition with his natal Pluto being in the 8th house. So that was just barely coming into aspect. If he hadn't died from this, he was about to start having heart problems, it looks like, too, with this Mars in Aries, and he might have started having heart attacks this summer. Transit Jupiter was there, square his natal sun in the 7th house. He had an angel waiting for him, his mom, maybe, waiting to take him home.